evening. This is just in. There have been reports of lightning strikes in and around Treetops Raceway Park. Oh, it's just the Lightning Strikes Twice tournament. Get ready. This is an all-electric vehicle diecast racing tournament presented to you by Treetops Raceway Park. Stay tuned for some intense racing action. Good morning and welcome back to Treetops Raceway Park, home of the crossover. Today will be the culmination of the Lightning Strikes Twice tournament that has lasted 8 weeks. The track record has fallen 4 times. We've had 3 tie breaks, and we've had a total of 76 laps of racing. We have a good crowd here today, and here are your competitors for the day. These 4 cars will have an 8-lap shootout. Hopefully they get the batteries fully charged this time. First off, we have Giorgio from G-Force Racing in a Lucid Air at 59.7 grams. He accumulated 37 points, 4 wins, 1 second, 6 thirds, 1 fourth, and 1 DNF. Here you have Delvis Jenkins from Commotion Diecast in the Tesla Roadster at 56.8 grams. He accumulated 37 points with 5 wins, 3 seconds, 1 third, 2 fourths, and 2 DNFs. Here you have Biff Kirby from NRV Diecast Racing in a Tesla Model X at 60 grams. He accumulated 40 points with 5 wins, 4 seconds, 1 third, 1 fourth, and 1 DNF. And lastly, we have Scooter Roundwell from Spirit of 64 Diecast Racing in his Lucid Air at 56.1 grams. He accumulated 34 points with 4 wins, 3 seconds, 1 third, 3 fourths, and 1 DNF. And now here we go for the finals, race 1. We have Delvis and Giorgio in the front row, followed by Scooter Roundwell and Biff in the back row. And they're off. And it looks like Delvis is going to... No, Giorgio gets a whole shot. Biff is trying to get around Giorgio, but Giorgio gets straightened out and heads into the final corner. He'll lead Biff. We don't see anybody else. Whoa! Biff got all sideways and hit the flag stand. And there we have Delvis and Scooter Roundwell needing assistance to get back to the pit area. Right here, it looks like Delvis is going to get that slingshot move, but Giorgio gets a little extra momentum, and then Biff comes down and cuts off Delvis. And then Biff gets a run on the outside of Giorgio going into the lane automotive turn, but Giorgio blocks him. And Giorgio finally gets straightened back out, kind of gets a run. Right there you see where Delvis tried to block Scooter, and they come to a stop there in the corner. Right there. And then you'll see Giorgio has a nice finish here, but Biff Kirby starts playing like a pinball, bouncing off the sidewalls and gets spun around. We have a 10.516 lap for Giorgio. So Giorgio will lead them with 5 points, followed by Biff with 3. And here we go, finals race 2. This will put Giorgio and Biff on the front row, Delvis and Scooter Roundwell on the back row. They're off. And it looks like Biff is going to take off. Scooter just got, whoa! Giorgio had a pass. Oh, Delvis gets by Biff. Delvis leads him into the final turn. Delvis will take the win, followed by Biff, and here comes Scooter Roundwell. Giorgio got taken off the track. We'll have to see what happened. Larry's crew will get him off that wall there. Here you see Biff gets out to a really good start in the inside lane. Right here, Giorgio blocks Scooter Roundwell, which allows Delvis to get on the inside, make that pass, but Delvis pushes him onto the wall, and he gets caught and flips that car around. And then Delvis gets a nice run after Biff gets sideways and gets by him on the outside going into the third of the last turn there. And Davis will take that and lead right into the final, right into the checker flag. You got Bob the flag man is down there waving that flag. A 10.315 for Davis. So with that, Biff will move into first with 6 points. Giorgio and Davis are tied with 5. And Scooter is on the board with 2. And here we go with the finals, race 3. You have Biff and Scooter Roundwell on the front, Davis and Giorgio in the back row, and they're off. Scooter's got the whole shot, but Biff gets on the inside of Scooter. Scooter's coming down, gives Biff a little bump there, but Biff is going to lead them into the final turn. And holy, whoa! What the heck? Hey, let's go to commercial. Let's get the dozer out there or something. We can get these concrete things off of these guys. Let's go to the replays. There we go. You see right here, Scooter's got the lead, but Biff gets a nice run on the inside using that slingshot maneuver. Biff will take the lead. He gets a little bit sideways. He's rattling off the walls there. Scooter gets a little run. But Biff comes around this corner, starts playing pinball again, and just knocks all of the concrete walls down into the stands, into the people. And he does not cross the finish line, allowing Scooter Roundwell to get the win. Scooter gets 10.517 lap. Biff does get second. So this will change the points slightly with Biff leading with 9. Davis and Scooter now tied at 7, and Giorgio with 6. And here we go with the finals, race 4. You have Scooter Roundwell and Davis on the front row, Biff and Giorgio in the back row, and they're off. It looks like Davis is going to have, no, there goes Scooter on the inside with a nice slingshot move. Biff gets punched to the back spot there, and Scooter will lead them into the final turn. Davis is trying to get a run on him. Scooter blocks him, and it'll be Scooter, Davis, Giorgio, and Biff. Right here, you think Davis has it, and Scooter gets a nice run. He gets right by him, and Biff tries to come by and get Davis, but Davis comes down and pinches him, which Biff loses his momentum, and Giorgio gets by him. Giorgio's trying to get a run on Davis now, but Davis is getting a run, and you'll see Davis come into the final turn, trying to go high and get around Scooter. Scooter sees him and blocks, and Davis will push him across the finish line, followed by Giorgio and then Biff. 10.180 for Scooter. So now Scooter has 12 points and has taken the lead. Biff and Davis are tied at 10, and Giorgio has 8. Still anybody's race. Now here we go, finals race 5. We have Davis and Giorgio in the front row, Scooter Roundwell and Biff in the back row. They're off. And it looks like Giorgio did get the whole shot. And Giorgio's leading. Oh, we had a synchronized spin there. Giorgio will lead them into the final turn with Davis right on his bumper. And then you have Giorgio. Oh, we've got a DNF. It looked like Biff got pushed into the wall and flipped over. See this on the replay. He's okay though. Right here you see him get hit by Davis and gets up on the wall before the turn. He almost goes off into the billboards but flips it over and slides down the track. Right there you see Davis comes and hits Giorgio, hits him again, and they get all three of them get a little sideways there, but everybody gains their composure and gets back going in the right direction. And Giorgio will take that win, followed by Davis and then Scooter. 10.494 for Giorgio. So Scooter is still leading with 14. Now Davis and Giorgio are tied at 13, and Biff has 10. Here we go with finals race 6. It's still a very, very tight race. You have Giorgio and Biff in the front row, Davis and Scooter Roundwell in the back row. They're off. Biff is going to take off, followed by Scooter, then Giorgio. Biff is on a tear. I could not even keep up with him on the screen, let alone the camera guy. He does a little more pinball action down here in the final stretch, but he takes it, followed by Scooter, then Giorgio, then Davis. I don't know where this extra speed just came from, but he really took off. Right there you see Davis got completely sideways in that corner, spinning him around to 180, but Biff has checked out on everybody. Biff was going so fast, he took a little jump right there. Actually, so did Scooter. That looked like a very fast lap. We'll see what that lap time comes in at. A 9.142 for Biff, and that is going to be another new track record. So Biff gets the track record with that 9.142, so he has the top 2 spots on the leaderboard, which the points now, Scooter Roundwell still leads with 17. You have Biff and Giorgio now tied at 15, and Davis with 14. Still anybody's race. Finals race 7. We have Biff and Scooter in the front row, Giorgio and Davis in the back row. They're off. Looks like Scooter's got the whole shot, but Biff gets on the inside of him. Davis is pushing Scooter. Davis gets sideways, and Giorgio hits him. But Biff is going to take off and lead into the final turn. He gets a little sideways and slows down, and here comes Scooter, but just could not get by. Davis will take 3rd, and Giorgio will take 4th. It looked like Scooter had a nice run. He tried to come down and get Biff, was just a little too late. Biff got him a little squirrely, and then Davis started tapping on his bumper right there. Davis, after hitting Scooter, turned sideways, and Giorgio got into him. But this was all Biff. Biff slows down a little bit going into that final turn, which gives Scooter Roundwell a nice chance to try to get by him, but just doesn't pick the right lane. A 9.850 for Biff on that lap. That is not fast enough to get on the leaderboard anymore. So now we have Scooter and Biff tied at 20. Davis and Giorgio tied at 16. Can this get any tighter? Here's the finals, race 8. This is the last lap. We have Scooter and Davis in the front row, Biff and Giorgio in the back row, and they're off. Scooter gets by Davis. Biff gets by Davis. It's Scooter and Biff. Scooter will lead them into the final turn. Biff is back. Biff gets a run. Biff gets by him at the finish line. Biff takes the win, followed by Scooter, then Davis, then Giorgio. Right here you think Davis is going to have it, and then Scooter gets by. Right there on the inside. And here comes Biff following Scooter before Davis can shut the door. Davis gets up on the wall, and it looks like Giorgio helped to get him back off the wall and get going again. But you think Scooter's just going to take off and leave everyone. And Biff has got a good run going into that 90-degree turn. but Scooter gets a little bit sideways and hits that wall and loses momentum. And Biff turns and gets around him and takes the win. Davis will be in for third and Giorgio for fourth. What a heartbreak for Scooter Roundwell. Thought he had that win. A 9.829 lap for Biff. With all that beating and banging, that was another fast lap. So here we go. Biff wins the Lightning Strikes Twice tournament with 25 points. Congratulations to Biff, your tournament champion. And now we'll go down to winner circle for the trophy presentation. The winning Tesla Model X, I believe, with Biff, Elvis, Scooter, and Giorgio. Biff does take the win. Scooter does take second, Elvis is third, and Giorgio is fourth. This has been an awesome tournament. Thanks to all that set stuff in, and this is what's coming next. Look what will be invading Treetops Raceway Park next. To celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Corvette, Treetops Raceway Park will host the 70 Years of the Corvette Diecast Tournament. Any Corvette casting in 1/64 scale is eligible and will race on the road course. So stay tuned. The first race will be released June 3rd at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this telecast, and as always, thanks for watching.